So in this video, I want to explain the difference between earning £500 a week and then earning £3,000 a week in sales. First sales job I ever had, there was literally a guy that stood up the back of the room, quite an elusive character, and he would consistently do like £4,000 a week. Everyone else was doing like about maybe £500, maybe £1,000 if they were lucky. But there was two simple things that he'd done that basically made him so much better than everyone else. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. We also have the property event dropping later on tonight, so I thought, you know what, this would be a good time to actually film this video. Basically, at the start of my first sales job, there was this character. He had sort of long black hair and he stood at the back of the room, just always wearing like a really well done three-piece suit. He came in late and he was quite quiet. They'd always call out his name first and he'd always be making literally hundreds of pounds every single day and about £3,000 a week. Just about to head out a run, start my day off quite well. Got a massive day later on. I'm doing the live event, which I'll show you guys later on, but just want to start things off, really get the endorphins going. I always have a good day when I start off having a run, so may as well just get out. Not a nice day at all to be running, but gotta get it done. One of the things I've always found in sales organisations is the top sales guy is often hated by the rest of the sales team. Now the reason why I think this is, well in fact I know why this is, it's just obviously jealousy. They always will talk about how they get better leads, or they just use this, they tell lies, or they don't tell the truth, or you know, they're the favourites, whatever, but everyone always just makes up bullshit about them instead of actually trying to get advice from them. And the guys that actually end up doing well are the ones that actually end up getting that advice. That's me just finished up a quick 5k. I've got a big day today, so that's why I went for a run in the early morning. Running and exercise helps blood flow, it helps puts oxygen into your brain and improves cognitive function and neuroplasticity. So I've always got something on and I want to be fully sharp, fully focused, then always get a wee run in first thing. So that's me finished my run. Need to get to the office now, feel much better, ready for a massive day. Anyway, back to my story. I had noticed that he was really good at sales and I was just curious. And that's like another trait in business, which I feel like is so underestimated. But anyway, I went up to the back of the room and I just basically asked him, would you be okay if I came out and just watched what you do every single day? Because I'm only making £500 a week and you're making like 3,000. So I must be doing something wrong. Is that the net? Anyway, I asked him and of course he was like, yeah sure, come out for the day, have a look at what I do and see if you can learn anything. And usually like the sales meetings would finish up at like 12 o'clock, like midday, and I would just try and get out in the field as sharp as possible because I believed at that point, you know, the more that I would work and the more the law of averages as it was called, the more I would do then the more I would make. Anyway, this isn't how this sales guy Liam, this isn't how he started his day. He basically took me to a shopping centre and he was like, right, let's get some food first. And I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough, like get some lunch, sure. But usually you just grab a sandwich, and he actually wanted it. I remember we went to like, I think it was like Pizza Hut or something, and they ordered pizzas and actually had a sit-in meal and he had a big glass of Coke. And I was thinking to myself, like, watch my watch, I was like, this is taking a lot of time, like we should really be getting out onto the field. A couple hours go by and he was like, right, I need to go and get my girlfriend a new present. So it wasn't until about 6 or 7 o'clock at night until we actually ended up on the actual field, and I was like, we need to be making some sales now, like time's going by, I really want to see you. Anyway, he went to the first door and he started pitching. The guy opened the door and he was extremely unhappy, he was extremely angry, and I was thinking like let's go, like no point pitching him. And we kept going, he kept turning the guy around, the guy's like, no, I don't have a problem. Look, and we were selling gas and electricity at the time. But anyway, it got right to the end of the sale and the guy just silent, and the guy was looking and he had the iPad. All he had to do was put in his bank details. Like, I was like, nah. You tell, and then he shut the door and he was kind of unsure. Anyway, Liam came off and he started laughing. He's like, did you see that one? He's like, did you see it? He's like, I almost had him. This was a guy I wouldn't normally have pitched, but he did, and he almost got a sale. And then I seen literally one after the other chat about 8 different houses, and 5 out of the 8 houses converted. He ended up selling 5 out of 8 people just back to back. And usually with door-to-door sales, I would try and shop 100 doors, maybe get like 2 or 3 sales at that time. if I was lucky, he only needed to chap about 8 doors to get 5 sales. What that taught me was the fact that it's not about working hard, it is about working smart. But not just that, it's about quality of work, not quantity of work. A lot of the time I've seen in sales, so many guys that will come in and do 3-4 hours on the phone every day, but it's 3-4 hours wasted. You'd be better doing 1 hour and actually putting it in quality work rather than doing 4 hours of just nonsense that doesn't actually get you any further forward. This is Enrique, he's getting ready with the ads.
This is big boy budgets here, boys.
1K,
It's actually 1.5.
So we were selling gas and electricity at the time, and I would always just be looking for problems and ask people, have you had any issues with your gas and electricity providers? And then if they had said no, then that's when I would just move on. Whereas Liam was pitching and said no, and then basically Liam then went in and then started talking about how there has been issues with the providers and started kind of going into this story about how much he's paying and saying, well, that's too much compared to, let's just do a quote. So you would get people into doing the quote, then obviously our provider would be cheaper, so then they would convert. But one of the things when he walked away, he said to me, this was like rule number one of getting better at sales when I was doing door-to-door, was if there's not a problem, then create one. And that's like the biggest thing. There's too many people in sales where, the fuck is this guy doing? That's like one of the biggest things in sales that people miss, is like, even if someone isn't giving you any pain points, they're not just fully open to just unloading their problems to you. Start to create problems, start to think, what are the common problems for this product I'm selling? I'm speaking to these people every day. Start saying, oh, did you not notice about this? Did you not notice about that? Actually create a problem as opposed to just waiting for them to tell you their problem. Especially if they're not telling you a problem, create one. This brings me on to rule number 2, which is when Liam was doing the door-to-door and he was basically going house to house, right? He didn't try and shove 100 doors and do the law of averages. So rule number 2 is quality over quantity in sales. Every single time, make sure that you're not just doing 100 shitty calls and thinking that 3 will become tap-ins. You need to do back-to-back really good calls, give it 100% every single time. And when I brought these 2 things in, I literally went from doing like 500 quid a week to 3,000 plus every single week, right? So there's 2 things anyway that should help your sales, but I need to get on the sales now. It's like 10 o'clock, I need to just crack on. So, and we've got the event tonight, so I'm going to show you guys a bit of that. Hi, Thomas Callum from Let Property, how you getting on? So, got all the properties here, as you can see.
Senior figures in Met Property, 42 about.
Which shows you've been watching? Call the number. 13 minutes, come on. We have the largest property, a tenanted property investment base of properties in the UK right now. So, super excited for this one. Feedback?
Direct reaction. Clean up the edges. It'll be good when it's streamlined. It's really good.
Yeah, I think we should have had it pre-planned.
Yeah, the first one was always going to be hard.
Yeah.
For me, the first one's always going to be an initial drop, test the water, see what happens. The next one after this is going to be better. You need to build excitement, build fear of loss. Same as sales. Same as you drop an issue like this and you drop a live event. Not as many people go shop for the first what they are.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought so.
How many people did we have live?
We had 100 viewers, but I'd say at least half an hour, 40 minutes.
Felt like a TV shopper. This is the final feedback. Overall, quite shit, man. Property drop was not good.
I'm telling you, mate, I was really optimistic, and I felt like honestly, it felt in my bones like, nah, this is gonna lead to something. But fuck all, like, I was really bad.
Again, mate. I mean, like, how many times
When are we getting
in
a
this
break?
YouTube video we keep talking about getting a break?
I'm sorry, mate. There was
Not
a lot of
happening.
graft that went behind that. That deserved a fucking
I
something.
mean, you spent how long today in the call? Like, you're on 3 hours on the phone today, mate.
It's not just that. It's the phone calls the least of it, to be honest. Like,
Spent like what? How much? Like 3,000-4,000 on the ads.
yeah, just a lot of copywriting, a lot of fucking messaging and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, mate. Do we not sort of, like, people want what we sell, but you know, I don't know. I fucking know. I don't know how that doesn't work.
Yeah.
What do you? Why do you think it doesn't work?
Just for
Here's
the
one-
video as well, we had 8 phone calls.
It was really three pickups, and one of them was someone asking, how do you leave a YouTube comment? That's not a joke.
3 pickups. When asking about selling a property, when asking about how to leave a YouTube comment, so, and the other one I think got stage fright and jumped off the call. So I don't know, I think it was good. I think we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see, because I think it was a good trust builder. But
Those leads will be trustworthy. So if a buyer wants to buy with us, the trust will be so much better. You can't argue with that.
yeah, these are the sort of things that you kind of do and
Let's
you just
get
put the time in,
Mackies,
it's a long term.
I just got a fucking Mackies, mate.
No, I don't want to Mackies, and also thought about having to hit the gym probably as well. But yeah, cool. Right, okay, until next time.